You and I
Yeah.
both believe that we should be finishing the college football season sooner and that we should be playing the national championship game close or near to January 1st so that we can then have a roster building period after it rather than this long period of break before we get into the postseason. Coach, we want to get out there, play the season, in the season, near, close, on January 1st. And I know you and I both share that.
Yeah, it would solve so many problems with what exists right now in college football. This year again, the portal will open and the national championship game will be 2 to 3 weeks after the portal is open. So there's gonna be teams that are still being a season with players coming and going from your program. School year starts. Most schools start in semesters in January, but at that time it's hard to transition kids. Ultimately we got down to one portal window, which is a win, for the sport, I think. But there's gonna be a lot of guys that aren't able to even join their team yet because they're not finished with where they're at in the season, or it's too tight of a window in general. Saturdays to me are sacred. They belong to college football. Every other great situation in sports that has playoffs has some consistency within those playoffs. You don't need 22, 25, 28-day windows of no playing, right? We should play the championship games in our conferences. The next Saturday there should be a playoff game. Playoff games in my mind should be at home for higher seeded teams, just like they are in the NFL, just like they are in FCS football. And then they should be played every weekend until the season is done, without these long extended periods of time in between where we're trying to kind of satisfy bowl games and satisfy the playoff. There's two worlds that can't really exist in the same place in my mind.